What's good, y'all? It's your boy Tay, and welcome to another review of Survivor Season 47, aka 47. For those that know, actually, you should know. Now this will be a review on episode 7 and episode 8. The reason the reviews are slowing for me is because I actually been enjoying the episodes. I've been sitting and enjoying. I really haven't been taking notes. I've really been sitting there and just actually enjoying these episodes because it has been a great season so far. To me, this is the season of twists and turns. You do not know what's going on. You do not know what's going to happen. It's so many twists, so many turns, so many new things, and I'm thoroughly enjoying myself. Yes, so this one is going to be a quicker review than what I usually do because I've been enjoying episodes. So, episode 7 was basically the pre merge episode. In this episode, one thing they did new, it still was three tribes, but they put it down to just two groups. Um, and one was going to be safe and one was not going to be safe. So, one group would get their buffs, the other group will not be safe. But just because they got their buffs does not mean um, it was only one person that had immunity. And that who got that immunity was Kyle. He's low key putting a target on his back. But the group, of course, that didn't have the immunity would be at risk of going home. Um, a lot happened in the episode, but again, if you've been watching, you know. So we're not going to get into the details. But this time, what we're going to do is see how the basically it was the last tribal council before um what is it before merge. So basically it was basically one whole tribe. Where is it at? Basically it was Gabe, Tiana, Sue, Carol, Kyle against basically Rachel. Um, so that was a pretty much, Rachel's going home. But of course, Tiana's been wanting Gabe out for the longest. And this was her opportunity. So of course they knew she wanted Gabe out, but another twist. Saul got an advantage at the little dinner thing. He found an advantage, and he could give it to somebody on a tribe that had, to vote out. So he basically got one of the greatest advantages. Basically, you get this advantage, you read that tribal, you walk out. So you're not voted off. You go back to the tribe. You're good. So he gave this advantage to Rachel. She was all alone. So the tribe, 5 members had to turn against themselves. So it was a very emotional Tiana, like, I really want to be emerged, it's a milestone. And then here's the kicker. Gabe, buddy, a lot of people don't like you because the way you talk to people, it's the way you talk about people. It is a game, you're saying, supposed to be strategic and stuff like that. But the way you talk to people like they're beneath you is crazy. You saying like, yeah, Tiana, we can't control her, but Carol, she'll do anything we say. Like, I see why a lot of people don't like you, bro. And I understand. But as we know, they did come together and all of them voted to get Tiana out. So she missed pre-merge. So now everybody is in merge. So that is episode 7. So with episode 8, Saul did get to tell Rachel, like, hey, it was me that gave you that advantage. So now they have a bond, now they're locked in. It's merged now. Everybody's, everything's up in the air. And basically everybody's like, okay, we're going to work together to get out Kyle and Carol and Gabe and Sue and all that. So everybody's thinking we're going to work together to do that. But there's a twist this episode. This episode, we have the all famous Survivor auction. And of course, like last season, how they did it, you got to run around and you got to get these tubes to win. So, of course, boom, everybody's going tubes, 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 tube. Andy, bro. Andy, like, what are you doing? Like, what's going on with you? You didn't get any tubes? Like, I don't think that's ever happened. He didn't have any money to buy anything at the auction. That just doesn't make any sense. And I believe Sierra had the most money. She had like over $1,000 which is insane. Um, but the crazy thing is, this auction was dope too. It was a twist. They had a thing where you could buy back, you got money back on some of them. Like you had an advantage, had the food, you buy the food and you get money back, which is crazy. Um, and most of the trays were good. Were good trays. It was like one tray. And I do give what's her name? I do give Carol. Carol is a G. She ate those eyeballs like it was nothing. She ate those worms like it was nothing. Carol is a G for doing that. I wanted it. I would have walked away. not eating those worms. But yeah, most of the things were great food. Like Gabe used all his money to get some fresh water inside of a coconut. That might be a little karma for you, buddy, but that's what you get. But yeah, that was interesting. Andy, I don't know why you can't compete in anything. Like it's kind of sad. And then, of course, they had a breaking up of the immunity challenge. It was two winners. It was a male and a female. And Kyle won once again. There is a target on his back because clearly he keeps winning. And then Sue won as well. So Sue and Kyle went into tribal council with immunity. Of course, going into this immunity, everybody wanted Gabe out. We're getting Gabe out. We're getting Gabe out. But of course, this is Survivor. There's twists and there's turns. So basically, the vote went down to Sierra and Sam. They thought they was running the game. They thought they was running the game. Had Andy little puppet strings. No, Andy stood up for himself finally. And it actually came down to a tie between Sierra and Sam because Rachel was nervous and used um, her shot in the dark. So at the never happened before, three people couldn't vote. So said it came down to the tie because she didn't vote, and it was Sierra and Sam, and Sierra ended up getting out. Sierra was thought she was the mastermind, just playing the little strings, and people saw through that. They saw that you and Sam were a strong alliance, and they had to get you out. I'm glad they're playing like that. And of course, Sierra and her final message, like, "Oh, I'm going to be, um, basically, I guess, grading you guys hard, or for who's going to win because I was blindsided. Like, you should do that anyway. Like, they saw through your game. Like, you shouldn't have been the way you was, the way you acted. That's why. And again, my front runners are still Gabe, even though I don't like the way he treats people. Rachel was in a good position. Saul is moving up, and Genevieve and Teeny. I know I said a lot of names, but Genevieve, Teeny, and Gabe, I think, are in the best positions in the game. Um, who do you think will win? What do you think about these episodes? To me, this is the best season of Survivor ever. Survivor, the season of twists and turns, and I love it. Again, until next time, I'll see you guys later.